We are continuing our coverage tonight in a death penalty case capturing headlines in Knoxville for the last 30 years. The only woman on death row in Tennessee is suing the state ahead of her upcoming execution date this year. Krista Gale Pike claims her health problems could cause cruel and unusual punishment during a lethal injection. And the 49-year-old says her religion also prohibits her from choosing how to die, eliminating the option of the electric chair.
Now, we do want to warn viewers, this case is graphic. Pike was convicted in the gruesome 1995 murder of Colleen Slimmer, a fellow Knoxville Job Corps student. Pike, alongside others, tortured and beat Slimmer, carving a pentagram in her chest. Pike also kept a piece of Slimmer's skull after bashing it with a rock.
Tonight, 10 News reporter Ellis Roll joining us to break down the lawsuit and the stakes here. Ellis?
Yeah, John Robin, death row offenders who committed their crimes before 1999 can choose between electrocution and lethal injection. Pike says she's a Buddhist and participating in her own death is against her religion. It's a familiar step for death row cases across the country. And in Knoxville, it's a case that's captivated and haunted people for decades.
To date, she remains the only female on Tennessee's death row.
Krista Gale Pike has a September execution date for the gruesome 1995 murder of her fellow Job Corps student, Colleen Slimmer. Pike and others lured Slimmer to UT's campus, slashed and tortured her, carving a pentagram into her chest before smashing her head with a rock. Pike, 18 at the time, kept a piece of Slimmer's skull, bragging about it the next day. Now, she's suing state leaders.
Krista Gale Pike, like virtually every death row defendant across the country, has filed an action trying to stop the method under which they are going to execute her.
Pike says she has a medical condition that, when combined with lethal injection, could cause her lungs to fill with bloody fluid.
That component may have an interesting hook to at least get some additional review by courts.
Death row offenders who committed crimes before 1999 can choose between lethal injection and electrocution. But Pike's lawsuit also says that choice violates her faith.
She is now a Buddhist, that she cannot pick the type of execution or the manner, so it may be for the courts and the state to impose the electric chair if they cannot use lethal injection.
How or when the only woman on Tennessee's death row is executed remains to be seen. Now, Pike does have an execution date set for September of this year, but lawsuits and appeals take time and cost money. So it's likely, experts say, we could see a stay in this case and her execution could be delayed while this plays out. John Robin, back to you.
Ellis, thank you.